What is up, ladies and gents? It's your boy G here from Hybrid BMX. Welcome to this Wednesday episode where we're going to be reviewing and going over and breaking down the other used BMX bike. Not the stolen, but the Miraco. I finally figured out what it was. I did a little bit of just researching around the bike and looking around it, and I found a Miraco logo on the frame. So that is what we have. I thought it was a kink, but I was wrong. Just like I switched the bikes up on accident. So we're going to do this episode a little bit different from the last breakdown with the stolen. We're going to break the bike down first, and then we're going to write the review list of the parts that we're going to need and how much it's going to cost us, or cost me. I always say us. I'm so used to saying us. I think that's a problem with this whole team hybrid thing, but hey, eventually it'll work its way out. That's what things do. So anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get to working on this. What is up, ladies and gents? So here we are, working on the Miraco. Sorry guys, my stand's a little bit wonky and I'm not quite getting the best picture. I'm trying my best, but unfortunately my tripod is no longer a tripod. It is now a bipod. One of the legs kind of just broke off, which, I mean, I paid $30 for this decent phone tripod and now it's falling apart. Just more proof that I need to buy a real camera and stuff. So sorry if you're at like a weird angle and things just don't quite look right. I apologize for that. We're working on that very soon, but until then at least you're getting content. So yeah, there's that. Anyways guys, let's get started on this situation here, this Miraco bike. So first thing we're going to do, take off the back wheel. So, just like before, just like I told you before. Oh, helps if you're going the right direction. Helps if you're going the right direction. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was on there good. That was on there good. The impact's on good. Come on. Oh. Come on. Oh, this side's being fun. Come on. Oh, that's a lot of rust. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I broke that loose. Now, what I noticed about this back wheel is it's trued really well. The rim itself is very straight. The driver works pretty good actually. It's not too bad. Every once in a while though it catches, and I'm not sure 100% why, but I'm going to be disassembling it here shortly. Well, not today, but shortly I'll be disassembling it and seeing exactly what's wrong. I'm hoping that it just needs to be re-greased maybe a little bit, and that'll be the issue, I'm hoping. But other than that, it seems like a good rim. Definitely going to have to replace this tire, obviously. It's showing threads and it's just junk. Looks like they threw a bunch of air in it just to, make it seem like it's worth something, but it was worth something before that, so it's not a really big deal. So, decent wheel. Okay, on to the next component to work on. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to keep these pedals on here for now, guys, because I don't have a pedal wrench, and that's what I'm going to need in order to fit in that gap. I don't have a correct wrench for that small of a gap. So I guess the next thing would be the cranks. So hold on just a second, guys. I thought I had my channel lock in my bag, but I do not. So let's go see if I can find my channel lock. Alright guys, and we're back. So, my grandest apologies there. Unfortunately, I don't have channel locks right now. I don't know where they went. I'm going to check my bag one more time. Real quick, just to see if I threw them in here. I'm not seeing them. Nope. In this front pocket. No. Okay, so I do not currently have my channel locks, so Therefore, we are not going to do anything with the cranks or the pedals. So that, I guess, leaves the seat to come off. So let's go ahead and get the seat off. Let's see, make sure this is the right size. It is not, so we gotta find the right size real quick. Just a second, guys. Sorry about the stalling. Wasn't expecting this to be a different size. Here we go. And this is a interesting situation. This is a frame bolted. Oh my. Well, that's an issue. So we're gonna need to get a bolt that is the correct size for this because it's snapped off for some reason. So I'm trying to tighten down the seat and did not do a very good job of it. And this seat is like jammed in here. So that's going to be something we're going to have to figure out too. So, yeah, that's an issue. So we'll take care of that later. All right. The next thing we're going to do is flip this bad boy over. And we've got quite a bit of rust on this bike, but it looks like we're just gonna use black paint to take care of the situation. Hold on just a second, guys. I gotta take care of something really quick. Sorry about the choppiness of this video. All right, guys. Sorry about that. A little break I had to take there. I heard Maverick wake up. I just put him down for a nap maybe like 15 minutes ago when I first started doing this video. And he usually takes about an hour-long nap. So I knew he just needed to be settled back down, but I heard him crying. So that's the wonders of trying to do YouTube while being a family guy. Sometimes you gotta tuck the kiddo back in order to get the video done. Sometimes you don't get as lucky too. So, but either way, getting back to what I was saying, where am I at? Oh, here we go. Okay, so what we have here with the seat issue is we snapped the bolt. They snapped the bolt clear off in here. So from this side, I'm gonna have to literally take a pair of pliers and twist that out somehow. I'm not sure how yet, because it's supposed to only get those first couple of threads and then that's it. I think they did it on purpose, but yeah, that bolt snapped off. So I'm gonna have to go match up these threads at Value Home Center or something like that and get a new bolt for this right here. So there's that. There's number one thing we gotta fix. Here's the thing about the cranks. I'm not overly worried. They seem really, really smooth, which lets me know that more than likely I don't have to worry too much about these. I can probably just spray some like lithium grease, like white grease inside there, and they should be okay. And the sprocket's really like dead straight. I'm not really worried about the setup there. So far what we have is a pinch bolt and got to figure out the back wheel and a chain. That's all we have so far, and tires. So we're looking pretty good on this bike. This bike might be the cheaper of the two, which I gotta still show you guys the breakdown. I think the other bike, I have to go back in my thing. Here's the thing, guys. I don't really want to pound on this right now because Maverick just went back down for a nap. And I don't know really how they put the seat in here, because it is not coming loose at all, which is interesting. It might be just a slam seat forever, maybe. I don't know. It's literally jammed in there. So the seat is jammed in place where it's at. So I'm either going to have to try to beat it out of there, which I'm kind of scared to do, to be honest, or just leave the seat on the bike. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but that might just be, this seat might just be staying on here, which I'm not overly thrilled about, but we shall see. Build quality wise, this bike's alright. It doesn't seem that bad. These bars are not staying on this bike. These are going on stolen. So I think it's a good time to take off this back wheel and then take a look at these bearings by pulling off the front and everything. So we'll take care of that. Let's take care of pulling this back wheel, or this front wheel off real quick. Actually, I think we're gonna do this another way, guys, because remember last video when I was taking this apart and I said sometimes it's easier to get the stem off if you have the tire on and everything. I'm gonna demonstrate to you guys, hopefully, kind of how to do that. So here's what we're gonna do. First thing we're gonna do is potentially just loosen this right up off of here. Yeah. So these aren't my favorite kind of forks in the world. The ones that just have a quick cup press bearing in them, or whatever you want to call this thing, this topper. It kind of doesn't work as good as a regular set of forks nowadays, where the threads, it tends to be the whole diameter. See, this is just one bolt, and then it has like a thing that goes down inside and locks it into place. Sometimes these get loose and they're just not as good, I think, personally. Okay. Loosen this guy up. All right. So I also came up with a paint scheme for the other bike, I think. Maybe I can run this by you guys. Actually, I'll run it by you in the next video. This bike's going to stay the color that it is. It's going to be black with the purple parts. So that's what we're going to do with this bike. Black purple parts. Wow, that came off stupid easy. Okay, let's see how these bearings are. If they're any good or if they're all garbaged out. Let's find out. No, these bearings are also good. They could use a little grease, but the bearings are good. The cups are good. They're well pressed. And the bearings are not falling apart, which is incredible. They're a little loose, but they're not falling apart, which is good. So we'll just pack those full of grease and they'll be good. So no headsets. That's awesome. That was my main concern, was that I was going to have to replace a bunch of headsets. Because they are not cheap, especially on non-integrated. Nowadays it's very expensive because, like I said in the other video, it's very hard to come across headsets that press in. Press-in headsets just aren't a thing anymore. On Walmart bikes even, I'm not seeing very much of them on Walmart bikes even anymore. So it does cut cost, but not that much cost. So, all right, let's take this wheel off and see how the bearings are. Now that I've got this all taken care of. This is not how I would usually do this, but oh my goodness, these ones too are really on there. Rusted on there good. Yeah, I think, no offense guys, but this isn't just putting some bikes on your roof. There's a little bit of rust. There's a lot more to this situation here. I'm not trying to down you guys or downplay the guys that I bought these bikes off of, but this is not just a little bit of roof, sitting on the roof, little surface rust. Depends on how long you have the bike on the roof, I guess. But not from coming up from Farrell. There's not going to be this much rust on a bike. Sorry. Traveling an hour and a half is not going to create this much rust. So I'm not denying you guys of the situation at hand and what you said. Oh wow, these forks are nice. They're super light. They're like uber light. But again, they're going to need to be touched up really bad. We've got quite a bit of surface rust, so they're going to be needed to be sanded and retouched up in black for sure. There's that. Let's check this front rim. Ooh, that's a bad sign. Yeah, that's a really bad sign. I'm going to loosen these up and see if I can save the bearings. But this front rim, unfortunately, might be on its way out. It looks like it doesn't spin very well at all. So we'll check that. I'll try to take it apart and clean it up, hopefully, and maybe it'll run good as new, I'm hoping. If not, I might be looking into, unfortunately, a new hub for the front, and I really don't want to spend the money. Front hubs are super cheap, usually pretty cheap, but I don't know, man. That kind of sucks that that's not working. So maybe potentially a front hub. I'm praying not. I'm praying not. Okay, so now we pretty much have this bike taken apart with the exception of stuff that I can't get to. like the cranks, sprocket, pedals, which are all going to stay on here anyways. They're just going to get repainted black. So with the exception of the pedals, which I'll probably, if I don't have a pedal wrench, I'll just improvise, keep the pedals on there and just mask them when I'm painting. So, but I'm definitely going to take these off and at least grease the bearings. So I'm just going to go buy another set of channel locks and be good there. As far as the seat's concerned, I think I'm not going to even mess with it too much. I'll put a new bolt in, but that's going to lead to its own demise. I don't know, it seems to me like someone put some kind of like lock seal or whatever in here just to keep the seat in place, which is kind of crappy, to be honest. I'm not overly happy about that, to be 100% honest. The problem is that this is a plastic seat that's molded to the metal, so I don't want to go banging on it because I'm afraid I might just crack the plastic. And what would suck about that is that I can't put a new seat on it because it's, like I said, it's integrated. So it's one whole piece. So I want to be really careful with doing that. So yeah, like I said, all together though, this bike seems decent. I'll have to pull these stickers, obviously, repaint the frame, because there's all kinds of scratches and dents and dings, and it definitely is dirty and dingy. So yeah, the frame's not horribly bad. Definitely needs some work, definitely needs some love. But let's go ahead and do the last thing that I need to do, which is pull these bars off of here. These are going to get repainted. I'm sorry guys, I'm kind of like standing out of, I feel like I'm standing out of frame. Here, let's see if I can, I just feel like this thing probably recorded completely out of frame too. Oh, goodness gracious guys, I'm sorry that this video quality is so crap. Unfortunately, stuff happens though, right? Okay, so these bars are really nice. These are the bars, these are the original stolen bars. Why they put them on this bike is beyond me. I'm guessing because the back wheel on that bike was garbage or whatever. Interesting situation. Have to ask Josh about it. Maybe you can leave it in the comments, Josh, as to what the situation was here and what you decided to do with these two bikes, or how they ended up being two separate bikes of just kind of Mod Podge parts. How the parts came to be and stuff like that. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool to hear about the history of these two bikes, because I'm very curious. Because they are both, in really, I mean, part-wise, typical wear and tear, to be honest. I mean, with the exception of the rust. I mean, the rust could be a little bit better taken care of. Means they sat out, I guarantee they sat outside a couple times. And that's, like I said, not trying to be mean or condescending or anything like that. Just trying to be honest. From what I can tell, these got left outside a couple times. Because this doesn't happen if you bring your bike in the house every night. They could have just gotten left in a garage though too. That is totally a possibility. But let's see. The bars look good. From what I can tell, yeah, they're not stripping. And nobody painted the inside of this one, which is good. This is going to need a respray for sure. This is definitely going to need a respray. There's no doubt in my mind. This is definitely going to need a respray. Because that white, unfortunately, is getting really dingy. So, that's going to need to be done. We're just going to hand put these in here for now. I don't know if these are even the original ones that came with this bike. I think these are the original bolts. I'm not 100% sure. Now, I could get crazy, guys. I could go online and buy brand new bolts and stuff like that, but you don't need to. You can just clean this stuff up a lot of the time. And that is an interesting angle, man. That is a very interesting bar angle. Like, see how this, look at this stem. The bars literally bend downwards. Different. It looks like you could mount it that way too if you wanted to, but that would be weird too. Just an interesting angle. I like the Odyssey sticker though, that's pretty dope. But yeah, guys, pretty good stem. Stem's good, bars are good, forks are good, headset's good. Let's see, what else is good? Grips are good. Rear wheel is more than likely good. Cranks are good. Pedals are good. Good. It's all good. Let's see, what else is good on this bike? what else is good on this bike. So, because what I'm trying to do is create this list in my head. Sorry, I'm putting away my tools. I'm trying to create this list in my head of what all needs to be done. And for this bike, it's going to be really, really simple, I think. With the exception of that hub, which I'm a little bit concerned about. I really was hoping that this hub was good, because the problem is I don't think the hub is horrifically bad on my old PBR, but it's not super good either. So it's like battle of the odds with the front hub, and I don't really want to spend $30, $40 on a hub, because that's a good vast majority of this bike's cost then. And I still need to buy $30 worth of tires, because these tires are whacked. And paint. So let's see, so far we got paint. Paint, chain, and tires. That's all this bike needs. Paint, chain, tires, and grips, potentially. That's it. Pretty easy sell. If I can get these front hubs to, if I can get this front hub to work, that's all it's going to need to be spent. But let's go through, write a list, and get this done right. So see you guys in the next clip. All right, ladies and gents. Here is the next part of this video. Used bike number 2, the Miraco parts list. Back rim was good. I need to clean the rear driver and grease it. The pedals are good. May need to buy a pedal wrench though to remove them, so that I can paint the cranks without hitting them with overspray. That, and I'd like to clean up the ends a little bit, get the rust off. Cranks are good. I need to buy a set of channel locks. The pedal wrench and the channel locks, I'm not including them in cost because they're my tools. So I need them to work on the bikes. So, and I'll use them vehemently. So it's not like something that I don't mind putting in for parts if I'm gonna actually, or tools if I'm gonna actually use them. I don't consider them a cost. So I need to clean and re-grease the bearings on the cranks. They should be fine. Sprocket, it looks good. Definitely needs repainted though, but it's solid. Chain, obviously need to buy a chain. Seat post, I need to buy a new bolt for the seat post clamp. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the seat. It's kind of like stuck in the bike, so oh well. It is what it is. I'll put that in the description when I sell the bike. Just let somebody know that, look, the seat's stuck in there. So if you're going to want to try to get it out, that's on you. Maybe that can be talked down to mark down the price a little bit. But we'll talk about the price here in a minute. Seat, like I said, is stuck in bike. Bars are good. They need repainted. They're going to be the ones that I pulled off of the stolen. The stem is good, but it needs repainted as well. The headset is good. It just needs re-greased. Forks are good, but they're going to need repainted, sanded and repainted as well. Front rim is okay, but I'm guessing that the front hub, I might be able to save it and re-grease. If not, then I'm going to be dropping $40 on the new hub, and that's going to drastically bring the price up of this bike, which I'm kind of scared of because it's a Miraco, so used price sales are a little bit tougher. It's not like stolen where it's a bike where people really know the brand. And Miracos aren't bad bikes by any means, but they're more entry level. So, I mean, really the highest I can go on price with this one is maybe $175. So that's a little bit tough. And that's if I get the full value for it. So it's pushing limit here. Tires, new tires, obviously $30. And grips could be replaced, but it's not a huge necessity, $10. And I'm not going to include a brake cost on this because I'm going to make it an optional thing. If somebody wants brakes, they can spend the extra $30, and I will gladly put them on there for them before they pick up the bike. I'll buy a brake set that day and go put it on the bike. Original cost of the bike was $50. Chains $10, grips are $10, tires are $30, and the C-clamp bolt's going to be about $4 or $5. Full parts and fix puts that at $104, plus $10 for paint. That means the total cost to just fix the bike is $114. That's with the price of the bike included. So I came up with an MSRP of about $150. Um, so I mean that's the best it's probably gonna get, honestly. Um, so yeah, there's the list for this one. Like I said, 150, but that's give or take all this stuff up here. So I think it's a good price tag. If I could sell it for 125, I still wouldn't be completely happy because I'm still not making a decent profit on it. So I'm really hoping to get the full 150. So I'll probably mark it at 175 as the MSRP online, and then hopefully get close to that total. So, but anyways, guys, I will be posting yet another video hopefully tomorrow. It'll all depend on what I'm up to. So, yeah, that's the rundown on the Miraco bike, and we'll give you guys some more content tomorrow. I hope you all have a great evening, and we'll catch you hopefully tomorrow on Hybrid BMX. Deuces.